Hey guys, what's going on and welcome to the Poke Resort. We have 8 new Pokemon to go over today, so let's get into it. So today we're going to be going over these 8 Pokemon that were just revealed from the earlier trailer. I don't really trust copyright from Pokemon because I believe it was 2 trailers ago that my entire video was blocked. Don't really want to deal with that again, so we're just going to go straight to the webpage and talk about the Pokemon that we just found out about. And so here we have Silvally, which is a Pokemon that was found in the Coral League. So if you saw my other video, you got my opinion on everything, so I don't need to go too in-depth with this Pokemon. But the biggest thing is that, I guess the coolest thing with this guy is that it has 18 different items that are all the same item, but just different variations of it that can change the type of this Pokemon, which is very cool. And basically it also changes the colors as well. But the weirdest thing I get from this guy is that's an evolution from type Null. Now all it really does is smash its head and becomes a new evolution, which is kind of weird because you don't really think of it as a new evolution if it just smashes whatever's holding it back on its head. But it is super fast, which makes me pretty excited about this Pokemon. It just feels like it's going to be a very powerful Pokemon. It's 7 feet tall too. Let's not forget that. This guy's a beast. And I can't be more excited for this. 7 feet in, 220, 7 feet higher, almost 8 feet tall, and 220. This guy's going to be a monster. Just be ready for this thing, because I don't know what's going to be holding this guy back. Biggest thing with this character is that it's said to be created to oppose a threat. What that threat is, we're not really sure yet. We're just going to have to wait and find out. But this is a very powerful looking Pokemon. Really didn't think Type Null was going to get an evolution, but it did, and I can't be happier with what we saw here. So we're going to go to the next Pokemon now, which is Hakamo-o. And with this guy looks pretty beast. I love its design, and I just think it's a very good looking Pokemon. It looks exactly like a Pokemon too that you'd see in the game. So Pokemon nailed this design perfectly. It's Dragon Fighting. Gonna see it as a very physical attacker. 103 pounds, almost 4 feet tall. I think of it kind of like a raptor a little bit. That's just kind of the idea I get from it. So, description for Jingmo or Hakamo-o is that this Pokemon lives on its own to train by itself. So wherever it can find Pokemon to battle against, it seems to appear. So this guy's very feisty, going to be a very powerful physical attacker is basically what I'm getting from it. So Hakamo-o dances before battle to show its strength, clanging its scales together to make them ring out. When this dance reaches its climax, Hakamo-o bellows a fierce war cry to challenge its opponent. So this guy just is a brute fighter, and anyone who likes this personality on Pokemon, I absolutely do. So I might be adding it to the team. We'll see, because sometimes you get this Pokemon late to the game, or because normally it's a pseudo legendary and you kind of gotta wait a little bit, or you gotta go to a specific spot in the middle of the game, then you guys gotta catch up the levels and stuff. So it's kind of annoying trying to train it, but we'll just see how that goes since the experience share will be back in Sun and Moon. So I don't believe there'll be too much of a difference between this and like a Larvitar or something like that. So its scales make for fine armor, so Hakamo-o doesn't worry about its self-defense as it makes multitudes of strikes and overwhelms its opponents. But as a result, its scales often become damaged and get torn off. They grow back immediately, so this does not cause Hakamo-o undue concern. In fact, it views the number of scales lost to prove how ferociously it has fought, and it brandishes its bare arms in a boast of victory. So, yeah. I could rock with this guy. This is my type of Pokemon right here. Love its attitude. Keep it up. So now we have Kommo-o, and the design, I didn't really get too much from it. Think it's alright. Nothing special. Ability is bulletproof and soundproof, just like its pre-evolution. Height 5 feet tall. Honestly, I think this thing should be like 8 feet tall because it just seems like it's a huge dinosaur / dragon looking thing. So it's also dragon fighting, so that is the first of its typing, which is great to see. So as the end result of its harsh training, Hakamo-o evolves with this overwhelmingly powerful form. And one thing to note here, I thought it was a special attacker just because when I saw the trailer it kind of brought its arms like this and it was attacking its opponents. So maybe it's going to be dual power with physical and special. Whew. Good luck with that thing, competitive. Just make sure it's on your team, then it won't be as big of a deal. There's a legend that says Kommo-o is covered in glittering scales in order to drive away a great darkness covering the world. What is that? I don't know. The reason these Pokemon seek out battle is to gain the power needed to defeat this darkness. When it detects someone approaching, this Pokemon rings the scales on its tail to announce its presence. It has no desire to battle against weak Pokemon. Alright, well I guess this thing isn't really going to scare you too much if you're not going to be strong enough to fight it, but if you are strong enough, get ready for a good battle. Komodo's greatest move is uppercut. So it does still have its physical nature to it. It swings its arms up from below in a punch of great skill and force, sending its foe flying into the sky. By raising its arms aloft, it can generate a force powerful enough to change the face of the surrounding landscape. Whoa! Alright, so, yeah, don't get too close to this guy. And from that sentence right there makes me think that it's also going to be a special attacker too, so good luck trying to go against this thing. Clanging Scales is a move that only Komodo can learn. It scrapes the scales covering its body against one another, attacking with great clamor. After using this move, Komodo's defense is lowered, so it probably just ups his special attack and regular attack or physical attack when it when it uses this move. So this guy's just going to be a brute forcer, to be honest with you. So here we have Ribombi, which is the evolution of the other, I think it is Cutie Fly. I don't even know how I remember that. Probably just because it's got like the most, I don't even know what this name, but so now we have Ribombi. Its ability is Gather Honey and Shield Dust. It's only a pound, 8 inches taller, so actually it's kind of I don't know, maybe about this big, so not too bad. I mean, I thought it'd be a little bit smaller than that since it's speed, but it's a cute little thing. So Ribombi collects flower, nectar, and pollen to make into balls. I got to register for classes today. Thanks for that reminder. Ribombi collects flower, nectar, and pollen to make into balls known as pollen puffs. These serve as food, and what's more, they also can cause effects like paralysis and dizziness. Ribombi may use these puffs to strike their opponent during battles. Some of the pollen puffs that Ribombi make also have relaxing effects or can relieve tiredness. Alright, well, coffee works too, so I mean, either work, I guess. These are distributed around the Alola region as high-priced supplements. That could be what the, if you guys saw the screenshot for the new Pokemon Centers, it was kind of like a coffee shop. Maybe you find something like that in the coffee shop rather than Pokemart, which maybe it's more like herbal kind of thing for like supplements rather than just like straight up sprays from this Pokemart. Just something I noticed there. Could be it, could be not. Ribombi hate getting rained on. Well, I mean, that's any bug, I feel like. They're covered with the fluffy hairs that hold the pollen in. They've gathered, and the rain makes them wet and dirty. Alright, makes sense. Alolan people know that if Ribombi are busily visiting the fields of flowers, you can be sure that the fair weather will continue. Alright, not too bad. So they're out and gonna have a nice day today. I can work with that. So here we have Steenie. I like this design a lot. I know in my last video regarding the new Star Evolutions, I pounced on Brion a little bit because I just didn't like the design. I thought it was too feminine. Now, I don't like, it's not that I don't like feminine designs. I just don't like feminine designs for starter Pokemon, just because I feel like they should be gender neutral, where I want to choose my favorite of the three. I don't want to have to choose one by default just because I like the other two less. But to be honest, I do like Tiger Pokemon a lot, so I'm definitely going to be picking Litten. But I just didn't like how it felt like it kind of isolated one gender to not want to really choose it. So I just wish it was more gender neutral. That's really my only grief with it here is. But like when we have Pokemon like this, I don't care if they look male or female. This thing looks awesome. I love the design. It's super cute, and I don't know, I like this guy a lot. So 18 pounds, 2'4". Alright, so I got a little girl here. Alright, so the calyx on Steenie's head is harder than Bounsweet's. So Steenie is no longer worried about being stabbed by other Pokemon. Didn't know that was an issue. Good thing we got to know that now. As Bounsweet, this Pokemon may have preferred to run away from others, but now Steenie, and other Pokemon can play together. So apparently, Bounsweet couldn't even play with Pokemon. It was too worried probably about bruising itself, because it's a fruit Pokemon, guys. It's literally categorized as fruit Pokemon. So upon evolving, this Pokemon's fragrance becomes even more delectable, but it also gains a tomboy-like personality. Alright. This is my girl. This is my girl right here. Living together with one is quite the ordeal. As it moves around, it spins its calyx, striking nearby objects, but Steenie couldn't care less. Steenie unleashes its combo moves using the calyx on its head and its large legs. First, it smacks opponents with the calyx on its head, and when its opponent flinches, it lands a whacking great kick. Alright, don't get on this thing's bad side, because it's not going to end well for you. So, I like this character. I like this Pokemon a lot. I don't know if I'll end up on my team just because, I mean, hey, you only allowed 6 Pokemon. It's getting a little bit tougher to choose now because we're getting a lot of great designs. And now we have Serena, and oh my goodness, I do not need to see any images on the internet when I Google this thing that does not look like this, because I know I've seen stuff out there, and not gonna lie, it's kind of graphic, so I might have to be a little bit careful, turn on that filter result when I click on this Pokemon trying to search it for some images. But this is Fruit Pokemon, still same ability. No, it isn't. It's actually Leaf Guarding Queen Majesty. Queen Majesty is an ability which prevents priority moves, which is great. So you're going to see this in the competitive field for sure. So height 3'11", about 4 feet, 50 pounds, not too bad. Alright, Serena has the nature of high-class nobility. Any Pokemon or human that approaches it with the evil mind will be punished forthwith. Alright, so this is a good Pokemon. It even turns its fearsome glare upon its own trainer if the two of them are not fully in sync, or if the trainer orders it to use a move that will be ineffective. Only the strongest of Steenie are able to evolve. When this happens, Steenie evolves with the blessing of other Steenie. It then uses its strength to protect the Balance Suite. Alright, so this seems like a very mature Pokemon, so I could see this Pokemon evolving maybe in like the late 40s or early 50s, because it just seems like it's very smart, knows what it's doing, kind of like an elite trainer where they know exactly what's super effective, what's not, how to use the right move in battle, and I feel like this Pokemon needs to knows that on its own, where it needs to have the same respect as the trainer, so it's kind of like a mutual thing where you become a veteran trainer. That's when that Pokemon's willing to evolve for you. So Serena is a high-kicking virtuoso. It is honing these skills beyond the level it achieved as a Steenie, and it attacks with graceful movements. At the same time, oh my god, I know I have to register for class. Get off me. At the same time, its fragrance mesmerizes its opponents, dealing them a secondary attack. Drop Kick is a move that only Serena can learn. It lowers an opponent's attack by showing its blazing hot kicks in a style similar to that originating from tropical countries. It's said that this Pokemon loses its strength if touched on the crown-like protuberance on its head. Alright, so I guess this little thing, that's its weak point. Make sure you hit it, because I don't think you're going to win if you don't. So some Serena have the queenly... Alright, so we already went over, so that is... We have Serena, great looking Pokemon. I'm sure a lot of you guys will have this guy on your team or girl on your team. So here we have Alolan Grimer, the ugliest of all the Pokemon I've probably seen so far. It's pretty much close to whatever that trash can Pokemon was in Gen 5, and oh my god, that was bad. So here we have the ability Poison Touch and Gluttony. It gains the Dark type ability along with its current Poison type for Alolan Grimer. Oh man, this thing's ugly. Cool thing about this guy is that it was imported from, like, probably the Kanto region, because that's where it originated from. So they're used to basically pick up garbage because of all the overpopulating garbage that ended up in the Alola region. So this is basically one to basically prevent that from happening. By the way, those teeth, those aren't teeth. Those are crystallized toxins that this thing basically grew because of how much trash it ate, and it's all from the Alolan trash, which is basically what created this form. So this guy is always hungry. Just make sure he's full, because when he's full, he's going to be eating a lot of stuff that he probably shouldn't be eating. So I guess we'll see a lot of this guy at the processing plant, so I'm assuming there'll probably be a processing plant in Sun and Moon where we'll have to go. But here it turns into a beautiful mess, a Alolan Muk, and I absolutely love this design so much. I mean, it's a freaking rainbow, and it's like an oil rainbow. So if you guys have ever seen like those oil spills like in the ocean, kind of has that color where you get all these cool different colors that show up. That's literally what this thing is. Then it has more crystallized garbage that formed on its body, which is pretty cool looking Pokemon if you ask me. Still Poison Dark, and I don't know, I just think this is a good looking Pokemon. I absolutely love the animation where in the game where you get to see the different colors like continuously changing all the time. I thought that was a great addition to add to the Pokemon. So anything else to add to this guy? I don't think so. The crystals are toxic, so watch out for those. So my guess is, oh well, let's see. Poison Touch, yeah, that makes sense. So if you have a physical move, your Pokemon's gonna be poisoned, so just be ready for that. And yeah, but another cool thing I guess with this guy is that it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell when you get by it. Because I remember one of the episodes of the anime that you could not, that like they smelled all the mucks and it was just awful and they just couldn't really breathe or anything like that. So, but you don't have to deal with this guy because I don't know, it's a little region. Everything smells like flowers there, so that's probably what that thing smells like, but maybe just a little bit of dirty. So here we have the Kahuna of the Akala Island, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to put some filter results on this girl because I know what's coming for this character, because I know a lot of you guys might be having this as your fan favorite for the Kahuna. Yeah, the Kahuna Matatas of the islands. The Kahunas of the island. So her skill is extraordinary as can only be expected from someone chosen to serve as a Kahuna at such a young age. Oh geez, she's young too. My God. Yet she still insists that she is just a normal girl. If you guys know, she also has the Z-ring bracelet, so just expect to be dealing with one of those basically punches to your face. So just be ready for that, because there's going to be a good strong move coming your way. So then the last bit of information we have today is the trial captain, and we only got one trial captain. I can't tell if it's a boy or a girl, to be honest with you guys. Elima, I mean, ends with the A. I took Spanish, so I know stuff that ends with the A that's more feminine, so let's just go with this is a girl. Got kind of short shorts, got the capris on, so sure, we'll say this is a girl. She graduated from trainer school and is here to the students of that school. So nothing really too in-depth about this girl, but I mean, they didn't really get in-depth with any of the other characters either, so I don't know. I mean, there's nothing really interesting about it. Just, alright, so that's probably who we'll have to be going against first. So, nothing new to that. But that's it for today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, I'm loving all this news. I just hope the rest of the news from now on is literally just new Pokemon, because I really don't need to be spoiled by the rest of the game, because I want everything to be new for me right now, and I feel like I'm set with the amount of information that I need to know for the game. I'm good there, and I just want to know more Pokemon and see how many of those I can encounter and bring me some more Alolan forms. So, hope you guys enjoyed this vid. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell if you guys want to get notified right when a new video comes out. So that's all I have for today. Have a good one, guys. I'm out.